It's time for our weekly conversation with pride of the Jaguars running back Fred Taylor. Monday Night Football, the Jaguars and the Bills under the lights in Orchard Park in week 3. Gotta have a game for the Jags, Fred. And here we are on Monday night finally, but didn't think we'd be 0-2 going in, be honest with you.
Yeah, JP, certainly surprising for all of the Jaguar fans, yourself, myself, everyone that considers themselves a Jaguar. Bad start to the season, but not the end of the season. Certainly a must win. I don't say that to put everyone in panic mode. I say it more so to put pressure on yourself. Pressure is privilege. Like you have to be able to rise to the occasion. You have to turn into a diamond under pressure. And I believe these guys are set for the center stage. Diamond shines brighter under the night lights, especially in New York. Orchard Park, I don't know, but it's New York. So, and it's Monday night, and it's an opportunity for these guys to get out there, get their shine on, and show the world, not just Jacksonville, but the entire world on the national stage, what they're all about. So, gotta get rid of the 0-3 mindset, everybody. Our time is now. It's time to win, time to get back in the win column. And they've played well against Buffalo in the past. So hopefully it's the same key as they take on the Bills.
What was the number one concern for you about this team coming out of the Browns game, Fred?
Number one concern is they don't necessarily have a real identity. There's no tempo on the offensive side. Everyone's been saying they seem to play flat. Not only that, they seem to have come out flat in front of the home crowd. You want to get up for your home opener. So I need to see a bit more energy, a little bit more flying around. I think it was a preseason game after Brian Thomas Jr. caught a big pass. You see the entire sideline erupt. Like we need that sort of energy. We need to see big shots that will provoke that sort of energy. Throw it deep. Why not? That's my question. Why not? On the defensive side of the ball, same energy, same flying around, a lot of same confidence, but start a little faster. Second and longs, second and 20, 21, third and 20s. Eliminate those. Make them work. You're bending and you're trying not to break, but then you eventually break. Get rid of that and continue to just believe in yourselves. I think the defense will be the key, obviously, to beating this Buffalo Bills team as talented as they are from an offensive standpoint.
Pride of the Jaguars running back Fred Taylor with us. All right, let's get into some of these matchups this week. And let's start with the Jaguars offensive line. They've taken some heat this week outside the building after the performance last week, but it doesn't get any easier this week. I mean, the Bills front's really good as well. Rousseau and Von Miller looks like he's back to form. I mean, this is another challenge this week. And what's the best way to slow those guys down, Fred?
They've had great challenges, against since the start of the season. To be honest, Miami has a pretty amazing front four. Last week, we know that defense can really get it done, led by Myles Garrett. They actually showed up in crunch time when they needed to, provoking that sack right there when it was the game on the line. And you'll get the same thing out of Buffalo at home on Monday night. First game for them home this season. So expect them to come out with high energy, but you can neutralize that in the past game simply by get some draw runs off. I haven't seen a draw in forever in this offense, but run the draw. When it's passing downs, make sure your running backs are chipping on their release, on their way out. Coach Pola, my former running backs coach, he used to tell us to take chunks out of the guys. Yeah, you want to make sure your backs are, upon exiting on their route release in the pass game, chip to slow down that pressure, even in the interior. Knock those D tackles off as well, not just the ends.
Fred Taylor with us. Josh Allen on the other side, of course. Well, the Jaguars, Josh Allen, now Josh Hines Allen, had a big game against this Bills team back in 21. It was the 9-6 game. And then he actually had a good game last year, and the Jags went over the Bills in London. So the matchup this week against the Bills, Josh Allen, who's playing well early in the season, big body. He's got everything you want as a quarterback. So how do they make it three straight against this Josh Allen of the Bills?
Pressure. First start off by neutralizing that run. James Cook had a really great game against the Dolphins and the Bills last outing. Neutralize them. You don't want to give them an opportunity to create balance. Josh Allen, not our Josh Allen, Josh Hines Allen, but Josh Allen, the quarterback, he is best when he can manipulate you in the run game through play action. And that comes by way when they're running the ball very efficiently and effectively. And also when he's out of the pocket. So he's a super talent. He's a super talent. He's out to prove everyone that he can get it done without his star receivers and trading away Stephon Diggs and then losing Gabe Davis to us, actually, the Jaguars. So he's out to prove a lot. He doesn't have great passing numbers this year. He's at about 175 or so, 180 per clip per game, but he's doing it on the ground. He's taking his team and converting the plays that they need converted on big third downs. I've seen him make some big runs this year already. A guy who has 55 career rushing touchdowns. It makes me a little jealous because I got 66 touchdowns. I'm a running back. So certainly a guy who can get it done, but you got to get after him. Our Josh Hines Allen is no stranger to it, and I know he'll be ready to play.
Fred Taylor with us prior to the Jaguars running back, and we heard Trevor Lawrence after the game last week pretty much laying it out there. This team is not good right now. We've got to work on everything. It starts with me. It goes through from getting the plays in to how this team responds to that and those comments from the quarterback, I think, is big moving ahead. But the quarterback has to play well on his own to get a lot of that respect, I would think, right? So, what is he lacking, Trevor Lawrence, and how does he take that next step? It's not just him. Yeah, there's people around him, but how does he elevate his game?
One would say just the immediate, transparent answer is he's lacking wins, JP. Yeah, I mean, man, I don't. I know they're going to highlight it on the national spotlight, but he's 2-8 in his last 10 starts. You don't. You're a franchise quarterback. You have to play better than that. And the tone in Jacksonville from all of the Jaguar fans everywhere is win. Trevor yet like we're still waiting. And I love Trevor as a human. He's a great person, a great character. This is a kid who I would, want my daughter to think he's outstanding and he stands for all the right stuff. Just throw that out though when you're playing football. Like no one cares about that. Like if you're dating my daughter, I don't care. I want you to win football too, Trevor. And you got to go out there and play well. You got to continue to stay confident first and foremost. Continue to be a leader. We know he's going to do that. Continue to lead those guys because it's not all him. You've seen guys drop the ball at the most inopportune times. He would actually be 1-9 or 3-7 in the last 10 if ETN hadn't fumbled there, or maybe even if Johnson, he could possibly even be, 2 wins this year if the running back position had done better at handling the ball and handling situational aspects of the game. So not to get too long-winded, it's not all Trevor, but certainly he's the leader. He's the quarterback. He's going to take the brunt of it when the media is talking about his team because he gets the big bucks and all that other different stuff. But I think Trevor's the guy for it. He doesn't have thin skin. I think he has an extremely thick callus, so that won't affect him. So it's always rooting for him, certainly as long as he's steering the wheel of this Jaguars organization. So, but it's time to win. Time to get a win.
Monday Night Football. I mean, you always get amped up anyway, knowing you, Fred, for whatever game, because all games are important. However, when the lights come on Monday night, did you crank it up a little more?
Hey, before this song even came out, I was like, I heard Rihanna in my headsets and the song wasn't even out yet. It's like shine bright like a diamond under the lights because I know the pressure. I know the excitement. And I never put that, added pressure on myself, but I enjoy the good pressure. It's the pressure to go out there and perform. And I always felt like I delivered. Monday night was, I remember my first Monday night game. It was actually against the Dolphins at home there. Probably many probably have seen these highlights if they pass past my Instagram page. Hey, Perk listening? Because I need some new highlights. I need some new highlights. I know we got a vault of Freddie T runs. So not to get sidetracked, but I just caught a little feeling right there, JP. But my first run was a 79-yard touchdowns against the Dolphins on a Monday night. I'll never forget that. And it's just that moment. And not only that, the local fans see it, fans across the entire football spectrum, across the entire country, they get an opportunity to see you as well. And you get an opportunity to get out of a small market mindset and showcase your talent. So this is the stage. They're going to talk a lot about Buffalo because they're saying Buffalo's storyline is team no one expected them to be 2-0 after the transitions and all that different stuff. But Josh Allen, they're going to pound that away in the broadcast. So let them talk about the Jags. So, but you got to win in order to do that.
Fred, I didn't realize we were going to have karaoke today on this. When you were
I'm just
Rihanna.
missing this. All we need is the monitor, and we can go anytime you're ready. I'm ready.
That'd be one hell of a night. Karaoke
that would be
night
an
with Freddie
amazing
T.
night.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe Monday night. How about that?
Maybe so. Maybe we do it in the post game. Who knows?
That's right.
After a win, Fred.
Post game pressure. We pivot to the post game pressures of the Jaguars post game radio to karaoke night, starring JP Shadrick and Fred Taylor. Mike, you can control the monitor.
We'll talk to you later, Fred.
All right, my brother.